What is up, you guys? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. I do have an MLB slip for you guys today, and I also have a CounterStrike and Canadian Football League pick for you guys today. Canadian Football League looks really, really good as far as correlation goes. So far, I've played 3 pairs so far, so pretty much 6 plays, but 3 of them have been 2-man pairs with quarterbacks and receivers. 2 of them went over, and then 1 of them went under. So you can see that they're very correlated. They're either going to go they're either both going to hit, right? The quarterback receiver is going to go over, or the quarterback receiver is going to go under. Today, I'm taking the unders on one of the teams. I sent out a play on my VIP where I took the overs on the other team, so I'm sure you guys could figure that out. But anyway, Canadian Football League, I'm glad that we have that because I've really been wanting to dip into football correlation because, back in September, October, November of last year, we were doing a ton of college football. We were doing a ton of NFL, and we just absolutely killed it, especially on college football because they pass a ton. And it seems like Canadian football is the same way because they just constantly passing. And yeah, it seems like a lot of high-powered offenses in Canadian Football League. If you guys don't know, I do have, I do track all of my bets very, very rigorously. On Pickett, here we go. Here's the last month of my free plan and my VIP plan combined in the ROI that we've had. You can see probably in the past week and a half, we have not done very well. We have gotten very, very unlucky with a lot of 3 out of 4s, a lot of missed pairs where we go 2-2, on one side of it and then 2-2 on the other. If you guys don't know, I do a lot of 4-mans. So a lot of the 4-mans have gone 3 out of 4. We actually hit two 3 out of 4s last night. So I woke up and was hoping to get a 10x, but we did actually end up just only doing a 3 out of 4 twice yesterday. So sometimes the ball rolls in your favor, sometimes it does not. It is sports betting at the end of the day. I know a lot of you guys that maybe joined my VIP a week and a half ago or a week ago probably hate me right now and hey, this guy does not know what he's doing. But I assure you, I definitely know what I'm doing, and I'm going to stick to the strategy. Because pretty much the 3 ways to be profitable in sports betting is 1, correlation, which we do all the time here. 2 is EV positive betting, which is looking at other sports books lines and then betting according to that. And then 3 is using all of the different promos that you can on different apps. So that's going to be using PrizePicks as promos, not only just PrizePicks as promos, but Sleeper, Chalkboard, Better Fantasy, all of those different apps and the different promos they give out, because that's going to be kind of free money down the line. And what I want you guys to do is stick to the strategy that I'm conveying here, because I am very, very confident in it. And when we look back, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, it is all just going to smooth out kind of like a stock chart, and we're just going to be up and to the right. If you guys don't know, here's how May went as well. So here's May. I know some of these overlap, right, because it's like June and the past month and stuff like that. But you can see May and then early June absolutely killed it. So a bit of a pullback, or not every single week is going to be up and to the right, up green. Up 25, 44, 43% and stuff like that. So just want to manage expectations. We did have insane weeks back then. I don't really expect to get 44% ROI every single week. That would be insane. That would be like me doubling my bankroll every 2 weeks, which, I'm not going to stand here and tell you guys that I'm going to double my bankroll every 2 weeks. If anyone on the internet says that to you guys need to run the other way, because I'm not going to, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You can't double your bankroll every other week and stuff like that. But yeah, we do have some great weeks. We do have some bad weeks. Hopefully, the good weeks will outweigh the bad weeks. So hopefully, you guys will stick with me through that. Going over yesterday's free plays of the day. Unfortunately, did not hit this. If you guys didn't see the game, pretty much the Yankees got absolutely blown out. They had so many runs against them. Chris Sale got a free win. If you guys don't know, a win in pitching is when he wins. I think it's the first 6 inning or just after he gets taken out. So he pretty much got a free win, which is an additional 6 fantasy score. And then he also got a good start, which is an additional 3 fantasy score. So pretty much by his team just doing really well, he got a good start and a win. I guess credit to Chris Sale by not throwing 7 or 8 earned runs and stuff like that. But anyway, Chris Sale, did end up going over, and we did not end up cashing this. I still like this play right here. If you guys can take this for tonight's game, if you guys, or sorry, tonight's UFC fight, if you guys are looking for a play. This protected entry, I know that Portugal is going on right now. Ronaldo already has 2 shots, and it's like 20 minutes into the game, so that looks really good. Unfortunately, the Turkey goalkeeper DMP'd, so that really sucks. Does happen a lot in soccer, unfortunately. But yeah, the Turkey goalkeeper did DMP. Normally with soccer, I like sending it out kind of like right before the game because you already know the lineups. If you guys don't know, the lineups come out an hour before the game. So I will send out soccer to my VIP pretty much an hour before the game just to avoid DMPs, but you know, it does happen at the end of the day. But you can see here the correlation really worked. For CFL, obviously we're on the wrong side of the coin here. We wanted to go more and more for these guys. I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the CFL game, but Vernon Adams Jr. popped off. He had 400 yards. I think I even said that in yesterday's video. Like if Vernon Adams Jr. gets 400 yards, then it's really likely that Justin McInnes is going to get over his total and maybe get like 100 yards. And yeah, he got really close to that. So over here and then under here. It's what we like to see. You know, it is correlated. Obviously it's red and you can be like, oh, well, you missed the play anyway, but it's like, this is correlated at the end of the day. Like Zach Colandros went under, and then his wide receiver 1 went under as well. So really good. You know, always great to find different ways to correlate plays as, you know, new seasons and new games are popping up and stuff like that. What I'm really excited about is we do have a bit of CounterStrike back today, so I will get into the CounterStrike play of the day. Before I do that, if you guys are interested in my VIP, I know it looks rough that past, you know, week and a half and stuff like that, but I am telling you guys, we are going to be back on the upswing before you know it, and you do not want to miss out. So Better, Sleeper, or Chalkboard are all apps I use. I mentioned the 3 ways to make money on betting pretty much, and it's correlation, it's EV positive betting, and it is taking promos on apps. And I love these apps because they give out so many different promos. They are actually smaller apps than PrizePicks. You may not have heard of them, but because they are smaller, they give out more promos, you guys, because they're trying to compete with the big dogs. They're trying to compete with PrizePicks, and by trying to compete with PrizePicks, they're like, hey, I'm going to throw out a ton of promos so people use my apps. And these guys always will send out promos. Chalkboard is probably my personal favorite of the 3 just because they will send out, I think it's every Monday or Tuesday, they send out a discount 6-pack. They call it a discount 6-pack. Sleeper does promos every Wednesday and Sunday, 2 promos each, so they have pretty much like 4 or 5 promos a week. And then Better will also send out a ton of promos also, pretty much like 1 every day. So if you guys sign up for these, get all the promos. You can also get a deposit match, and I'm asking you guys to deposit at least $10 in any of these apps. And if you send me a screenshot of proof that you did that, it could be Better, it could be Sleeper, it could be Chalkboard. If you deposit $10 into any of these apps, send me a screenshot of proof that you did that to my number. All of the information will be in the description, and then I will get you guys a code to get my VIP completely for free for a full month. So make sure to take advantage of that, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get into the first play of the day. The first play of the day is going to be CounterStrike correlation and CFL correlation. So I mentioned correlation, and if you guys don't know what correlation means, it pretty much means if one thing happens, then pretty much if one thing happens, then other things are going to lead that to happening, right? So like if clouds are in the air, then it's more likely that rain is going to happen, right? That's kind of correlation, right? So we do have CounterStrike. I don't know what happened, but for a couple of days, CounterStrike was like not on the board at all. I think they all took a break or something like that. I think there's only like 1 or 2 games today, but there should be a lot more games going into next week, going into Monday and stuff like that. So I'm going to hit CounterStrike very hard because CounterStrike is our bread and butter, and like I really want to double down on what has been working for us in May and in June. And CounterStrike was definitely like the cornerstone of all of that. So CounterStrike correlation here, we do have pretty much the team Johnny Seeds and then Revenant, and then we got these 2 players on these teams, and we're taking them less and less because if you guys don't know, CounterStrike is correlated based off of game length. So if the game ends up being a shorter game, then less kills are going to happen in that game. So it's a round-based game. It's first to 13 rounds. Whoever wins 13 rounds first wins the game. So that can mean that it takes really long for one team to eventually get 13 rounds, or it could be really, really short for one team to get 13 rounds. And, either way, they would win the game and the game would be over. So we're hoping for a shorter game here. And if a shorter game does happen, then less kills would happen because less rounds in total would happen, right? So, let's just say the game ended up being 13-2. That would only be 15 total rounds. Rather, if the game went all the way to 11-13, that would be 24 total rounds. And the game could even go into overtime and stuff like that. And then that would be bad for us because we took the less, but that would be good if you did take the mores. In this case, really, really, really love the less. Really love the less if you can get it at these lines. Nervira, if he goes to 30, I would still take his under. Rolf, if he goes to, I would say 26.5, maybe 20, maybe 26. If he goes to those, I would also take him. I really love these. I think they're really, really good up until like they're like 2.5 kill discrepancies is pretty much what I'm trying to say. So if these do bump down to like one less kill than what they are at, I would still take them. And then we do have not college football. I always see CFL and think college football. Canadian football to go less and less. So we got Cameron Dukes to go less, and then Rashid Bailey to go less, because I think this one's a little bit more self-explanatory. But if Cameron Dukes goes less passing yards, then and if he just doesn't have a good game, or they just don't pass very much, or they just run the ball a lot, let's just say he gets around 200 yards or maybe even 180 yards or something like that, then Rashid Bailey is not going to get many receiving yards because they're just not passing much, or the quarterback's not doing well. So again, you can think of this on the other side of the coin. You could maybe even think about this with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, right? If Patrick Mahomes gets 400 passing yards, then it's likely that Travis Kelce is going to get over whatever his line is. It's probably going to be like 60 or something like that. He's the receiver and the quarterback are very, very tightly correlated, because if the quarterback throws a 50-yard pass to Rashid Bailey on the first play of the game, that's going to count very, very heavily towards Cameron Dukes, and then also Rashid Bailey's almost going to be well, I guess we took the less, but he's going to have 50 yards, right? So if Rashid Bailey gets no catches, no throws to him, then the less is going to be really, really good. And Cameron Dukes, if he doesn't throw a lot, then the less is going to be really good. So hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I over-explained that. At the end of the day, it's like quarterbacks, receivers. The less they're getting thrown to, the less yards they're going to get, right? It's not that difficult. So yeah, you guys, here is the code for the day. It is play231. If you guys don't know, I do this in every single video where I will give one of you guys a free code for the month to get a free month of my VIP, but the code can only be used one time by one person, and you got to be quick enough to use the code. So if you were quick enough, congratulations. If you were not quick enough, turn on post notifications so you can be quick enough tomorrow and get notified that my video is out. Yeah, you guys, let's get into the last play of the day. It is going to be pitcher fantasy score. We do have Tyler Glasnow, and then we got Zach Wheeler to both go under their pitcher fantasy score. I will say that Zach Wheeler is playing at 3:05 p.m., so make sure to get this in while you can. I think you should have like 3 hours by the time this video is out. Yeah, so you guys will have plenty of time to get these two plays in. I'm going to explain how I found these plays on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. You can also use promo code DETECTIVE to get 25% off of your first month. All right, you guys, so I am on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I'm going to go ahead and click refresh. You can see that I'm on the PrizePicks tab, so it's pretty much going to sort only PrizePicks lines. So you can see all of the PrizePicks lines here, and what this does is it pretty much scrapes all of PrizePicks lines, and it scrapes all of lines that other books generate too. So you can see like right here, there's like Corbin Burns, who we didn't opt to take, but you can see that his optimizer score is good too, right? They have his lines and stuff like that. But we are taking Tyler Glasnow, and we are also taking Zach Wheeler, who is down here. So pretty similar on the reasoning why I took both of them. But you can see here his line on PrizePicks is 43.5, and then his line is on DraftKings it is 40.8, on Caesar Sportsbook it is 40.8, and then on Bovada it is 40.6. Okay, so three very, very large books, very reputable books have him at like 40.8, and he is 43.5 on PrizePicks. So if we have him at 43.5, and then we have all these other books saying that no, his line should be more like 40.8, we're going to take him under, because we're going to agree with these billion-dollar books, right? DraftKings, Caesar Sportsbook, Bovada, like they know what they're doing, and they profit millions of dollars every single day on sports bettors that are just going to pick blindly the over and under and stuff like that. Same thing with Zach Wheeler. Same story here. We do have him at 37.5. We're going to take the under here. On other books, I think it's the same books. It should be the same books. DraftKings, Caesars, and Bovada. You can see his lines here. It's around like that 34.8, 34.9 range here if you average that out. And then we're able to take him at 37.5. So that is how I got those plays. Take Glasnow under, take Zach Wheeler under, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, believe in the correlation, believe in the strategies. I know we've had a bad past week and a half, but again, you guys believe in the correlation, the four-mans, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in tomorrow's video.